homesteading to prepping to common horse sense, we are College Hill Farm. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, it's time to plant lettuce. My mom, this is a March the 15th or 16th, I'm not certain. But my mom always planted lettuces on Valentine's Day when she planted her peas. Well, I'm not a big pea fan, and I find that our lettuces do just as good if I wait till the 15th of March. That's when I plant my lettuces. So I'm going to get at that today, and I'm going to start digging up the bed. We've cleared the weeds off of it for the most part. Now, just so you know, this bed was made 7 years ago. It is coming apart. I'm going to try and get this year's lettuce out of it, and then this has to be moved. It has to be gone. So I'm going to try and get this year's lettuce out of it. And then about May or June, about June, I'll take it out and build it a new bed out away from the house a little bit further, because right here my septic system lines run and it's starting to get a little heavy on them. I'm getting kind of afraid. So I'm going to move this all out of here. But this year, it's been here 6 years, 7 years. Why not? The bed's coming apart. It's loose. But that doesn't matter. I'm going to just dig it up and let it set the way it's setting. It's pretty settled in the bottoms. There's my fertilizer. This is the fertilizer that we stored over winter in a 5-gallon bucket. If you just put a lid on a 5-gallon bucket, your fertilizer will keep real good. This is set outside beside the garage, okay? So it's good and dry, and there's a strong smell of ammonia. So let's get this dug out. Oh. Now all I'm going to do is just turn over the top 2 inches or so of soil. And just so you know, this soil is good. Look at there. Big old earthworm. There's earthworms all in this. So this soil is pretty good. And it's just dirt out of the garden. You don't have to have fancy pot and soil for this. And any stuff like that, I just take it out. Any big clobs, I just break them up. Now, because this is so bad, I try and get where the 2x4s are. If I rock with it. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. It don't have to be perfect, but that will give us gallons and gallons of lettuce. All me and Crystal can eat this spring till it gets too hot. Whew. Okay, time for just a few minutes break. Now, this bed is 8 foot by 4 foot. Get some of these weeds out of here that's a little tougher. This bed is 8 foot by 4 foot. And what am I going to do with it? Well, the way it's made, it's so that you can harvest on either side without getting your back in a strain. If it's wider than 4 foot, you just can't do that. If it's narrower, then you don't get as good a yield. Now, what I've got, this is a locally bought lettuce seed called black seeded Simpson. There's 2 scoops and then a scoop of something called Butter Crunch. Now, online, I order this. I order mesclun mix. Now, if you'll look, you'll see that there's about as much mesclun mix as there is black seeded Simpson. But black seeded Simpson goes a lot further. So I'm going to take this mesclun mix, and I bought 2 packages, so I'll save one for next year. It'll be just fine. Lettuce seed's good for 2 or 3 years. And I put that in there, and now I'm going to mix it all up. And I'd say what I've got here is about 1.5 ounces of seed. Okay? That's a sandwich bag. You can see how much is in it. That's about 1.5 ounces of lettuce seed. It's all mixed up. Now the mesclun mix has everything from Bibb lettuce to arugula to spinach to all that. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to disperse it liberally on the bed. Now there's one little thing. If you don't kind of push this into the dirt, the birds will have a field day. But now I sow it thick. Okay, I don't skimp on how much lettuce seed is where. I sow it really, really thick. Now I'll just take my fork and just rub over this and kind of press most of it in. Just take my fork, just rub it. And most of it's going to find its way into the dirt. Now, I'll take this pound of fertilizer that'll help keep the birds away too. That's ready for it to grow. But I like to do a couple other things. I like to take a few onion sets and just push in the ground here, different places, so that we get some fresh green onions when the lettuces are up. I don't push in a bunch. When I push in a few, one good green onion goes a long way. You know, if we get 2 or 3 green onions with a couple pounds of salad, hey, that's a pretty good deal. And when you put these in, you'll see that there's an end that has a root and an end that has a top. You put it in that way so that when it comes up, it's pointed in the right direction to sprout. Put in another handful over here on the other side. I hate it when it sticks in my finger. I think I counted 30 onion sets. That's enough. Okay, about April 1st, this is the 15th or 16th, about 15 days, I'll have lettuce coming up here, about April 1st. By, I don't know, April 15th or 20th, we'll harvest our first set of lettuce. Now, then we'll harvest lettuce every week, probably, all the way into mid-June. By mid-June, it's getting too hot and the lettuce doesn't hold. But this is our first taste of spring every year. We'll have some green onions in there. We have lettuce in there. Now the rest of these onions, I've got a whole bag of them. The rest of these are for putting out in the garden. I haven't plowed yet. I'm hoping to plow next week, and I'll put these in probably somewhere around the 25th of March. And we'll start harvesting on them in May, and we'll harvest all the way through June, and then I'll harvest them all and put them up for green onions before they set seeds on top. So, now, if you like this stuff, this homesteading, do-it-yourself kind of thing, be certain to come on out to the channel and subscribe. We do this homesteading stuff every week, sometimes 1, sometimes 5 videos. Just depends on what's going on in the homestead that week. Now, if you hit the little bell when you come to the channel, it'll notify you when we upload a video. We upload every Sunday. Now, with that being said, it's time for me to get on to the next thing.